what's going on guys? Jolts here, back with another build video, and today we're going to be covering Deputy Flag 3.0. It's finally here, and I've been working on this for a while. This build for Mayhem 10 took forever to figure out. As you might know, the Mayhem 10 scaling is harsh, and they pretty much force you to use the Cartel event items or the Mayhem 6 Plus exclusive items. For this build, I really did not want to do that, so I had to figure something out, and I did. Before we get into all that, if you want to download the PC save for yourself, I will link it in the description. As for console, I'm sorry guys, there's no way to convert from PC to console at the moment. So yeah, let's go over the build. Alright, so there's going to be a few major things you need for the build, and that is a Torgue Sticky Shotgun, you need a Stack Bod, you need a Pearl of Knowledge, and action skill and elements on your shield and grenade. These are essential, and without these, the build will not work. As for the weapons, we are doing Deputy Flag, so we went for all the high damage Jacobs. First off, you'll want a high pellet count bang stick. For the maximum pellets, you can get 18. So the more the better. Now, you might notice this one's level 8. That is because I'm not using it as a weapon, but more of a tool. You can use a low or high level one, it doesn't really matter. But for me, I want my enemies to fall to the hands of Jacobs, not Torgue. Now, what is it used for? So, using it with the Stack Bot and a Pearl, you can stack these stacks extremely fast. So for the Stack Bot, you want to hit a critical hit to get a stack, and while using Fadeaway, you get automatic critical hits. So what's going to happen is you're going to shoot the enemy and land 18 pellets, so you will get 18 crit stacks. On top of that, they explode too and crit again. So for each and every shot of the 18 times bang stick, you're going to be getting 36 stacks. So you will boost your crit damage by a stupid amount when you have enough stacks. Now the reason why we're doing a bang stick instead of, a stagecoach for example, is because of the Pearl of Knowledge. This thing at max stacks will give you 90% damage. Now the problem is, if the enemy doesn't take damage for 1 second, 1 full second, you lose your stacks on the Pearl of Knowledge. With a stagecoach, the Jacob shotgun, you can't actually sustain that. The bang stick will keep blowing up and keeping your stacks up. In the meantime, you can swap over to any different weapon and unleash all your stacks. Yeah, that is why you saw so many one-shot kills in the intro. This build is insane when you have max stacks. Alright, so I feel like I worded it pretty good, but just to kind of show it off, here's an example. So the Pearl of Knowledge, right there would be max stacks. I'm swapping away. And before you can get your shot off, in real situations, your stacks are going to go away. So crit, swap, body shot, 188, okay? And then we're going to do stick, swap, body shot, 354. You want to keep a constant flow of crits with the bang stick. Alright, next up we have the Maggie. And this weapon is okay for Mayhem 10, I do wish it had more damage. But the main reason for it is getting our action skill back. So when Fadeaway is over, we got to get it back, so we're going to be spamming the Maggie. And that's going to activate Flag's head count skill. That will give us really fast cooldown. Next up, Unseen Threat. So in Fadeaway or outside of Fadeaway, this thing will one-shot. Ideally for most of your weapons, you do want to try to get the 300 damage Anoint. But even without it, let's say you have the Splash damage Anoint or Action Skill and 100% damage Anoint. Any of that stuff should be okay too. Now we have the Nukem, and this thing is really good. Sometimes you run into a huge group of mobs, and you don't want to focus on one at a time. By getting a lot of stacks and unleashing this as your final shot in Fadeaway, this thing will crit for ridiculous damage. Now we have the Stopgap, Flag is squishy, so we don't want to die. Try to collect those in all the action skill and elements you can. We have the Hunter Seeker for spamming for our cooldown. So if you're spec'd into Megabore and you throw a Hunter Seeker, it shoots out bullets, and those bullets can crit and activate head count for some cooldown. The important thing is, don't throw this unless you're outside of Fadeaway, or the Stack Bot stacks are low. See, if you throw this and don't hit a critical hit with it, it is going to reset the Stack Bot. Basically, if I'm waiting for cooldown, I'll spam the Maggie and throw some of these. Alright, so now we have all the Queen and King Skulls here. These things hit like a brick. Once you have a lot of stacks, you can break Fadeaway with this for the final shot, and it will actually one-shot a lot of things. Now we have the Clairvoyance. This thing is also pretty good too. It has high base damage, and when you hit a critical hit, it will ricochet kill anything that's close to you. The Lead Sprinkler, and I might actually take this off the build. I was doing testing earlier, and it doesn't seem to do all the best for Mayhem 10. The Garcia. You can spam this thing like crazy. So if you're using Gorillas in the Mist, you can stay in Fadeaway for more than 3 shots, and you can spam this thing to ricochet bullets around. Stagecoach, I'm going to take that off the build too. That was for the example earlier. Yeah, sadly for the build, it doesn't have the damage output we need. But this does, the one pump jump. So one thing to note is, even if your Fadeaway ends and you stop shooting, you are still going to have the stacks you earned in Fadeaway from before. Actually, it might be better if I show an example. So let's say we go into Fadeaway and we get a bunch of stacks, so do that. And now we're stacking the Stack Bot and the Pearl of Knowledge. So the Pearl of Knowledge dropped off, it's been 1 second. But the Stack Bot is still, remembered. So if I shoot the floor or something like that right now, it's not going to reset the stack pod. If you hit a critical hit, it keeps it going. If you hit a non-critical hit on the body, like actual damage numbers, it resets. So right now, this will not reset the stack pod. You can see now we have, 1 million. So now we hit a non-crit, 283, and we go back, and yeah, we lost the stack pod. So with that in mind and fadeaway being over, you can run around with the one pump chump and start one-shotting enemies. Now, once you screw up and hit a non-critical hit, swap over to the Maggie and start spamming the Hunter Seeker. That will give you fast cooldown. We have the Tidal Wave, and this is more for your stack waster. So once you have a lot of stacks and you want to release them, shoot this once for a powerful shot, and then, try to stack again. Now for the launchers, you do want launchers for second wins and also some one-shots you want to do. The Ion Cannon or the Yellow Cake are definitely the ones you want to go for the one-shot kills. They do stupid damage. As for mobbing and bossing, you can use the Backburner. I normally use these for, anointed enemies or, Wotan or the Valkyries, Kraken, whoever's a pain to hit crits on outside of fadeaway. Just like the Nukem, if you have a large group of enemies, you want to use the Plague Bearer. You shoot this and they will all die. Now we have a couple one-shotter shields. This will double your damage. Now you can use the Rerouter too, but it won't be good for multi-pellet weapons. Yeah, the one-shotter shield on multi-pellet weapons works a lot better. I pretty much only use these for certain bosses. We have a few more stopgaps, and you want to find them with the action skill and elements. These will make sure you don't die. We have more elements on action skill N for all the Hunter Seekers. You can mix and match whatever, elemental combination you want. And finally, a Snowdrip for getting around, because some maps are kind of long and they take a while to get through. Alright, that's all the gear, so let's go over the skill tree. Alright, so for the green tree, we have Fadeaway, Not My Circus, and Unblinking Eye. That is the main setup for mobbing because you want to use the 3-shot Fadeaway. So for this, when your action skill ends, your pet's going to taunt and, distract the enemies, and that's going to give you a good bonus from your hidden machine skill. For this, you can stack it 3 times and get a lot more crit damage. For bossing, you can use this setup sometimes depending on the boss, but normally you want to go for Gorillas in the Mist. With this setup, you can get maximum stacks on everything and then unleash all of it on your enemy. Also, because of head count for cooling down your action skill, you can chain your fadeaway, and you can, let me go ahead and show you. Do fadeaway, get a bunch of stickies, and that's going to give us a lot of stacks. It ends, we blow it up, and look at our cooldown right now. Completing our cooldown, now we're going to swap over to the King's Call and unleash all of our stacks. Yeah, this setup will melt pretty much everything. Now keep in mind from the first fadeaway, we had our action skill end for the Shield and Grenade. Because we're chaining it so fast, we actually have that bonus in fadeaway again. Yeah, like I probably said a million times, this build is ridiculous. We have Self-Repairing System, that will give you health regeneration and HP. Furious Attack, when you shoot the enemy, you will get a stack and it can stack 10 times. That will give you bonus gun damage, handling, and pet damage. 1 point into all my BFFs, that is just to move down the tree. This will give your pet regen and keep them alive. Like the wounds, if you go down, your pet can revive you. Turn, tail, and run. When you're moving, you will get health regeneration and damage reduction. When you're standing still, you will get bonus gun damage and fire rate. The Fast and the Furious. So if you're above half of your HP, you will get bonus gun damage, pet damage, and movement speed. Hidden Machine. If enemies are not focused on you, you will get 30% damage. Rage and Recover. 2 points here to move down the tree. So when you get a kill, you and your pet will get health regen. And finally for the green tree, we have the Power Inside. If you activate your action skill while you're not at full HP, you will get 25% damage. Now if you are full HP when you activate your action skill, you will double that bonus for 50% damage. Yeah, this skill is awesome. Alright, for the orange tree, I do want to point out we're using the Spider Ant Scorcher. That will give you health regen and elemental damage. Interplanetary Stalker. When you get a kill, you will get a stack and you can stack it 3 times. So each time you get a kill, you will get bonus damage and pet damage. And depending on the different enemies you kill, you will get bonus corrosive damage, action skill damage, or movement speed. Leave No Trace. When you score a critical hit, you have a chance to get ammo back. Hunter's Eye. You get bonus crit damage on humans, bonus armor damage on robots, and damage reduction on beast. Head count. Now, at this point in time, this skill is bugged for Rack Attack, but it does work for fadeaway, which is awesome. Anyways, when you score a critical hit, you have a chance for cooldown. Two Fang. You have a chance for an extra projectile. Now for your single pellet weapons, this will literally double your damage. So double damage on the Nukem, or the Clairvoyance, or the Queen of King's Call. Yeah, it really adds up. Big game that will boost your hunter skill duration and effects, and that's really good for this skill, this skill right here, and this skill over here. The most dangerous game. When you kill a tougher enemy, you will get a 2-minute bonus. That will give you bonus gun damage, critical hit damage, and pet damage. Galactic Shadow. When you score a critical hit, enemies will focus on you less, and you get a 15% crit bonus. Finally, we have Megavore, and that's going to give you an automatic chance for a critical hit when you shoot. And that's actually going to activate your head count and leave no trace too. So that combo is extremely good. And for blue tree, nothing over here. And you might be thinking, why did you not grab Persistence Hunter? The reason is you don't need more duration for fadeaway. In fact, having more duration will actually hurt you. So when using Gorillas in the Mist, the non-3-shot fadeaway, you can reach max stacks really fast for your stack bot. By having more duration, you're going to be stacking for no reason because you're already at max stacks. It's your call if you want to grab it. I don't feel like you need it. If you do want this, take points out of Hunter's Eye and put them over here. Alright, that's it for the skill trees, so let's show off the build. Alright, so we're on Mayhem 10, and here's the modifiers I have. We're doing big kick energy for the bonus gun damage, and holy crit because we're focused on hitting critical hits. Alright, also we're going to be doing 3-shot fadeaway for mobbing, so let's put that on. Awesome. So we're going to do shot, switch, and then we'll do a sniper shot for the final one. Oop, missed my shot there. And yeah, 16 million, that wasn't too bad. You up there. And remember, we still have the stack bot stacks, but the Pearl of Knowledge has dropped off now. So once I don't hit a crit, I'm gonna go ahead and swap over to my Maggie and spam away. Quite a few guys here. Let's go ahead and do the nukem. So 1, 2, swap away, and boop. There we go. I shot a little bit too far, but we did get that guy. So 1, 2, swap, shoot. And yeah, things just die. Now we need some cooldown. Let's throw some of these. And you can see like the Maggie's not that bad as long as you're trying to go for critical hits. If you do melee, you can stagger the enemy, get your shots off, get some stacks. There we go. 7 mil, not bad. 1, 2, swap away, shoot that. And yeah, we got the ricochet there. Go for that guy. 47 million, not bad. Who are you? I don't care, but you're dead. Okay, that was a 4 million. We didn't get a crit, so we gotta go ahead and do some Maggie. We lost our stacks. Quite a few guys here. Let's go ahead and do a nukem shot. 1, 2. And they're all dead. 1, 2, swap. And while it's critting, we're going to shoot that. So that guy is dead. We got the 1 mil. And you guys are dead too. Cool. So you can see here mobbing's pretty straightforward. So let's go ahead and take on a boss. Alright, so bossing's a little bit more involved. Not too bad once you get the hang of it. So we're going to be doing the one-shot of shield because complete overkill. And we're going to do action, skill, and radiation, and shock for trot. That should be good. And we're going to go for the kill with the unseen threat, I think. Yeah. So let's make sure we're on Gorillas in the Mist. We want to make sure we get a lot of stacks. So head forward. And just stick them, you know, like 7, 8 times. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Blow it up. And if you want to go complete overkill, swap over to back to Not My Circus. And now we have our fadeaway again. So 1, 2. And then go for the crit. Boop. You're dead. Yeah, max stacks on the stack bot and the Pearl of Knowledge is pretty insane. I just realized that Tron kill we had on the auto idol. Yeah, so we could have had even more damage here. Anyways, we got the Pearl on, and we're going to do action, skill, and fire, and radiation. And I guess we'll do the King's Call. So yeah, back to Gorillas in the Mist. Okay, so fade away. And stick the chest. 4, 5, 6, 7, that's good. Now we're going to stack all the stacks, get our cooldown. Do it again. And this time we're going to spam this. He just kind of disappears. You know what? I'm not satisfied. Let's go for a one-shot kill. So, ion cannon, radiation, action, skill, end, and fire here. One-shot of shield. And let's go to our 3-shot fadeaway. So, what we're going to do is fade away, stick twice, and swap to the ion cannon. So, 1, 2. It starts blowing up, stacking up. Charge that up, and goodbye. Okay, now for Gigamine, we're going to do the, fire, radiation, action, skill, end. And I'm thinking Garcia for the fun of it, so let's go ahead and push forward. Again, let's go for complete overkill, so stack it up. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, that's good. Get the cooldown, swap to the Garcia. There we go, and we're going to spam away. Dude, I can't even see what I'm shooting, there's so many bullets. Alright, my aim could be a little bit better, but we did get the kill. Anyways, I think you guys get the point. This build is, like, honestly too strong for Mayhem 10. Yeah, so like I said before, if you guys want to download it for yourself, I will link it down in the description. And yeah, if you guys did enjoy the video, then please be sure to leave a like, because that would be awesome. And if you guys really enjoyed it, be sure to sub. You guys have a great day, and I will see you all later. Peace out.